we want to talk about sort of all things basketball. And Caitlin Clark, phenomenal run.
Yeah.
I saw her the other night, by the way. I saw her the other night in Indy after her, I think it was her second game or third game. But it was the first game against Liberty. They played Liberty Thursday, then they were back here in New York on Saturday. I saw her after the Thursday game very briefly. And, she was just talking about the quick turnaround, which I find to be insane, that they go through this season that starts basically in September. They have all their preseason practices, games. She does the tournament, gets the national championship game. And then, like, within a month, she's playing in real WNBA games. There's no real off season for her. But the thing I wanted to bring up was just I don't want to call it hatred, but there's definitely like a dislike or vitriol coming her way towards older players. And look, I think we all experienced that to some degree when we first got in the NBA.
For sure.
Your opponents are not wrapping their arms around you. I had that to a small extent. I was the cocky white kid from Duke, right? I feel like sometimes my teammates hated me. How did you process that? How did you go through that at a young age, coming into the NBA, where the people could have been your teammates, could have been the people you were competing against. They weren't celebrating you.
No, not at all.
They wanted to kick your ass.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, my teammates for sure. There's video evidence of my teammates basically saying, like, he's not ready, or there's somebody playing his position, or we're not putting all our faith in the 18-year-old kid, or, all this hype, we've been here, all this, So my own teammates that I had to, like, be on the floor with, practicing with, on the planes with, in the locker room, in game situations was kind of, just had this kind of, like you said, you want to say hate, but just like animosity, like towards me and what I could provide. And I didn't even come in with that. I came in with the narrative, but I didn't come in with that type of aura. I just wanted to come in and learn from the vets and then put the work in. So I think for my advice to Caitlin, and my advice to anyone that comes in with this, this level of, like, notoriety, out of this world expectation, whatever the case may be, I just think it's all about having, be a horse, man. The Kentucky Derby, put your blinders on, go to work, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your craft, kind of keep your mouth shut, and just learn from the vets. When they ask, you voice your opinion if they want your opinion, man, early on, because everybody is looking for you to say anything, and they're going to splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. And I think for her, the one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane for the first time in their league history. They flew private. That should be celebrated in its own right. For anyone that's, in sports that's flown commercial or flown, charter, that should be celebrated. And it's because of Caitlin Clark. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go have fun, enjoy. People need to realize the Indiana Fever, this is the second year in a row they had the #1 pick. So do y'all know what that means? That means they're not that good. They had back-to-back years as the #1 pick.
Why are you a hater on the Fever, man?
I am a realist. Because not only I get people are just crazy about why she should be doing this and they should be doing that. If she's so great, this team, it's still a team game, people. It is still a team game, and but I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills. I hope Aaliyah Boston does amazing. I hope they do great. I'm just kind of in this mode right now because I'm getting the same, thing from watching my son, who's a 19-year-old, kind of getting a lot of animosity and hatred towards him when he's just a kid trying to live out his dream. There's a very small number of men and women that actually get to live out their dream of playing a professional sport. And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is. And I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulder. She seems like it. I don't think I've ever met her. I don't think I've met her before, but it seems like everything is going to be great for her because she's a great talent. She seems like a great gal. And I hope she turns that franchise around to where, Tamika Catchings had it at one point.
A couple things to finish up here. I just wanted, you brought up the thing with your teammates, and I found this quote. I don't know why I did this, but it was a while ago. It was for the Old Man of the Three. I can't remember who we were interviewing, but I found a quote by Paul Silas where, like, Paul, who was your head coach, was talking about how your teammates hated you. So I thought that was interesting. And the other thing I was going to say is, like, right after your summer league was in Boston, right?
I played in Boston and Orlando. Yep.
Okay, you played Boston, Orlando. So it was after Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one of your teammates. I'm not going to name names here. So one of your teammates, and he wasn't negative. He wasn't negative. But this has been, like, in my brain for the last, like, 20 years. He said, I said, yo, how was LeBron? Like, what do you think of him? And he said, yeah, man, he can really pass, really knows the game. He's like, he's going to make other guys better. But, like, I think he's going to struggle to score. I don't think he's going to score. Meanwhile, 40,000 points later. Great take.
That was a great take. He was spot on.
Great take. Hey, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching Mind the Game podcast. If you like it, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you.